Johnny Hell in the house bringing all the laughs. Polly Doink with the jokes, a master of craft. Sexy Doink got the puns making everyone roll. Doinktown.
Welcome to Doinktown, everybody. I'm Johnny Hell. Here's my close-up. Hi. This is Polly B. Doink.
Paul, don't tell him you're gay.
Say hello.
Hi. Dinner can be whatever you want it to be. Don't listen to this fucking white supremacist over here.
This fucking white supremacist over here is Zach C. Doink.
I'm not a white supremacist. I just think white people are super cool.
So wait, I got a question.
They are super cool.
They're actually
That's
fine.
not bad, hey.
Yeah.
But do you think? I mean, I think white people are supreme.
I don't think they're the only people that are super
Supreme
cool.
is a little extreme. I like super. I don't like
Well,
supreme.
no, I would say. I also think black people are
Cool
supreme.
company, supreme. Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Mexicans are supreme. Puerto Ricans,
Kind of more like
extra,
maximum,
super supreme. Yeah,
extreme. Let's go with extreme.
yeah.
Extremely supreme. That means
Like a-
extra, like mayo and stuff I don't like. So I usually.
You're right. I was
Stay
gonna
away
say
from
I'm not a white supremacist. I'm a crunch wrap supremacist.
Oh,
Because- I just want to eat a crunch wrap supreme from Taco Bell.
Well, I don't like that y'all called me a white supremacist to
yeah.
start
Why?
this.
Okay.
Why don't you like that?
Well, refuse
Is
the
it
Because
the
claim.
thing
it
it's a lie?
makes me feel weird, and I don't like that.
Would you like to call me a name?
No. I'll get into it. I probably will at some point. I'm going to want to. So, you
Yeah.
know what?
Well,
Let's just
welcome.
let it play out.
Hold on, let's intro the episode here a little bit. What have we got in store? What have we got in the tank? What's loaded up in the magazine of our high-powered assault rifle of a podcast that is pointed
God, please, no, no!
right between right in your temple. It's about to shoot. Oh, it's about to shoot the most entertaining, unbelievable, incredible, most listenable, most uninterruptible podcast you've ever laid
You
your
know, this
ears
is
on.
when people stop listening. Because I look at the analytics, and we get like 4 minutes. Everybody's like, "This isn't too bad," and then something miraculous happens.
Everyone disappeared.
They just
Well, Polly, this is where you usually promise the listener / viewer something that you'll
Oh.
teach them by the end of the podcast.
So this is something we call in podcasting world. It's sort of like I have to give the listeners a promise here, and then at the end of the show, I deliver on that promise. So what y'all are gonna learn this week?
Oh, God, here we
I
go.
love the explanation.
If you stay till the end of this show, I will teach everybody out there how to tie a knot so that it can never be untied, and you can use that for anything you want to.
Not as good as bigger
That's,
penis
really
or
boring.
having sex with
care about
anyone you want.
I could probably look that up online.
Guys,
running
it's
out
been a
of things.
We
busy
did
week
really
for
put
me.
you on the spot.
I thought knots were cool. I always loved a cool knot. How to tie knots, how to untie knots. This is a knot you cannot untie.
Okay.
You don't think that's cool?
I do think it's cool.
God, please,
We've
no,
also,
no.
I've got a lot of things I want to talk about. TV shows that I loved, TV shows that I hated, movies that I watched.
hatred.
And
I love
there's
You
some
hated
things that Zach and Polly have been dipping their wicks into as well that you will get a whole earful and mouthful and butthole full of. So just stay tuned, and we're gonna deliver that right
They're
inside
gone.
you.
That was too much.
Yeah. Well, you said you did way too much, and you say "stay tuned" like we're about to have a commercial break.
Yeah, I mean,
We're doing it now.
They're here. They're tuned. So we shouldn't tell them to stay tuned, because if somebody tells me to stay tuned, I'm like, no, I'm untuning.
okay.
Guess
You know
what?
Reverse psychology? Turn the fucking podcast off. I dare you, bitch.
Now you're getting somewhere. That's smart.
You're not. No balls. No balls. Hit that X button.
You are a
guys-
sad, strange
All right.
little man.
Zach, what do you got for us? Cool hat,
Zach's
sleeveless
got
shirt guy.
Thanks, guys. I just want to say,
You're
Fish
welcome.
Tank Season 4 starts streaming live on fishtank.live
Are you working for Fish Tank?
on
I don't
June
understand.
13th.
Yeah, they should pay us for how much you talk about them. That's true.
I fucking love it, dude. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
you know I have 2 fish tanks.
I just want to say though, the grand prize is usually like 50 grand.
Whoops.
Guess how much it
Oh,
is
goodness.
this season?
75 grand. It's-
Johnny, you got a guess?
$75 million.
Okay,
Well, that's
it's
way
8
too
grand.
high. $8,000.
8 grand.
Good lord.
Nobody knows it's 8 grand, do they?
Dude, they do, I think. And these people actually know what Fish Tank is. It's not like the last season where it was like tricking people. These people know what Fish Tank is, and they signed up for it knowing what the fuck is going on.
Do they get all their food paid for and everything?
Yeah, this is a question we
Yeah,
have to
but
ask.
sometimes
thanks
it's
to
like
Mr.
one
Beast.
type of food for like fucking however many days, and then they're like drinking shitty energy drinks that are like a fake
Bang.
sponsor.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
they have to do a
there's
little
one
commercial
energy
bit
drink.
for it.
Called White Supremacy, which is really delicious.
Yeah, that's Zach's favorite.
Yeah, it's like
Fuck, dude, how did this
5,000
become a thing?
milligrams,
I
milligrams of
my
caffeine.
hair isn't. What are we doing here?
It's growing back. Sorry, I'll stop it. It's my thing. I just think it's really funny to accuse somebody of being a white.
Some Bobby.
Some Bob.
My name is
Somebody
Zach.
I love.
Okay. So if you want to go accuse some Bobby,
I will say Bobby is much more white supremacist name than Zach. Zach doesn't really feel like a hating.
I'm sure there's a
kind
lot of them named Zach these days, though.
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, the new era, the new
Yeah.
gen, next gen. But so, $8,000 though, that is out of
not
control
That
enough.
cheap.
is wow. Yeah, really.
It's not enough for what they do on that show.
That is, that's insulting.
Yeah. What?
It
And they
is.
only get to eat.
What sort
one
of
meal.
torture? Yeah. What sort of torture do they
Not
put
always.
these contestants
I don't know
through?
the food.
Because really, every
mean-
reality show is some form of fucking torture that they put the contestants through.
Yeah, I mean they're stuck in a house without their phone
Yeah.
and can't watch anything or like. They're
Ugh.
just all they have access to is basically like conversation with each other,
Oh,
and then
God.
hearing the audience.
Damn, that sounds like
Chime in.
childhood in the 90s. Like, this sounds horrible.
Yeah, but it's like
No, but they're
everyone
adults.
Yeah, but they're adults and
We
they're
could watch the
addicted to
trailer
sex.
on here probably, but that'd be too much.
Yeah.
Kids can talk about anything because kids are stupid and they don't know. Like, kids will become friends with anybody, right? But when you grow up, your friendship, like who you want to become friends with, shrinks a lot. Like for me, it's basically nobody.
Supposed to be picky. You got to be picky when you're an adult. When you're young, you just are friends with who is close to you.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's proximity. Whether you're an adult, it's who is also in
Yeah, but I mean,
KKK with you.
that shit,
Proximity.
that whole, like,
Closest.
willingness to become friends with anybody, that gets people fucking molested and killed. I mean, look at the kids in Derry, dude.
Are you talking
That's
about
a
it? You're talking
fictional
about Stephen
story,
King's
I
novel
think.
It.
My favorite
Yeah.
one, by the way, but it's still fictional.
That was Johnny's excuse to his parents, and they were like, "Go out and make friends." He's like, "I can't. Look at
Fucking
Derry."
Clown, dude.
It's like
There's a fucking
it, though.
clown
Like,
out.
what
It's
if
gonna
Derry?
eat me.
What if we're?
I mean, we're living in a place that's just like Derry. I can't make any friends, and Henry
very
Bowers
humid
is a big
outside.
bully.
I think Derry was humid.
Anyway, I'm gonna go play Sonic the Hedgehog Mario Kart for 19 hours, and then when I'm older, none of my friends will ever be able to beat me in it, Mom. Mark my words.
Damn, that's weird how true
Well,
that is.
There's a lot of hot girls that love that kind
And-
of shit. So
I'm really pissed off because every time I'm changing the subject here real quick. Every time I play Johnny in
Please
any
do.
fucking video game ever, I don't even stand a chance.
I've never even attempted. I don't think.
That's smart.
Well, it's
Come
because
over, play a video game.
I own the video game. Of course I'm good at it. What am I going to be
Not
not
fair.
good at a video game I spent $70 on?
It would be really funny if I came over and just.
That's what
fucking-
would happen if I got one for $70.
That's why I don't buy video games.
That's why I
anymore.
don't play video games.
I got like leveled out of video games.
You
It
got
was too
leveled
good.
out. There's a lot of competitive games out that are free. They make their money by charging you for cosmetic shit.
Yeah, I don't. Nah.
I'd
I'd rather
pay for one cosmetic thing.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't even pay for haircuts.
No, I'm saying, never mind.
I thought you said you would pay for one cosmetic thing, just one.
I said I would only ever pay for one cosmetic thing.
What is the one thing?
A big
Zach?
pink dildo on your head.
Yeah, no, it was a big pink something, but not a dildo on my
A
head.
big pink dildo on your head, dude. You wouldn't want that?
Yeah,
That would make you. All the girls would want to take you.
I mean,
to
I could
prom
just
if you had
get that. I could just go get that.
That would be a cool look. Instead of a helmet, you just have a big fat pink
It's
dildo
that
on
guy
your
with
head.
the dildo on his head.
You
Always
become
rides
famous.
down Park.
You become Richmond famous on Park Avenue.
He's always on Park Ave with the big pink dildo.
Oh my.
Okay.
That'd be so tight.
Speaking
Can I tell
of-
you guys something? Oh, you have something?
Oh yes, I was gonna say. Speaking of dildos, the fucking writers for season 2 of The Last of Us. I finished the
This
season.
guy's rage.
And I have some thoughts on the season as a whole. Season 2
He's
of
not
Last of
happy.
Us.
That is one big pile of shit.
Oh
Yeah,
boy!
It's one
All
big
right.
pile of shit.
Before I even say anything, I was 7.5 last time we shot an episode. I'm bumping it down to a 7.
Oh, a half point? That's it?
Okay.
That's not even like a real punishment. You gotta teach these people a lesson, dude.
Last of Us season 1 was a 9.
And I'm
dude.
only buying 3 copies of the special edition when it releases.
Season 1 was a 9. Maybe I should bump it down. You know what? Screw it. I'll bump it down to a 6.5. You're right.
See,
you
he
convinced
can't.
me.
Okay, 6.5 is a lot better. I mean, you're learning, you're growing, and I'm happy to see you grow as a person. So,
There are a lot of things
What?
I liked about the season, and maybe I
what
should.
did you hate about
maybe
this
I
season?
should
I don't
start-
care about what you liked.
Maybe I should start with the things I liked before I get really.
No, we don't even care. We don't need to hear any of the stuff that you liked.
We want to hear the bad stuff.
I'm just
What did you
kidding.
You want
hate
the bad
about it?
stuff? All right, I'll start with the bad then. Okay. Oh Jesus. Oh Lord. They made my girl.
You can't remember.
They made Ellie. I mean, and just a warning for any listeners right now. I'm gonna go into spoiler territory.
Spoilers.
Definitely for the TV show and possibly a little bit into the video game. But
You're not gonna tell me right now that Ellie is a lesbian, are you?
We already covered that. I already puked. It's all good.
Okay, good.
but I feel like the writing they did for Ellie in season
Made me
2 of
sick.
The Last of Us versus a video game, it's so bad, the changes they made, it borders on character assassination. It's like,
Oh my god.
it's terrible, dude. They made Ellie go from like somebody who's like very capable and very much in a fucking path of revenge, a killer basically, somebody who just is on a war path to fucking get revenge for her fucking killed father. And
Yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble!
in the show, she
Yeah.
just seems like she's constantly in need of being rescued. She's never like
Oh.
really fucking doing shit on her own. It's always somebody else fucking helping her. And like, and
So
she's
they made her like helpless.
and worst of all, like she's kind of like happy-go-lucky in love with Dina, whereas in the game she's like they're kind of at odds with each other because Dina, as the story
Dude, they
progresses,
just fucked your whole world up. Literally, a whole world.
she she starts questioning Ellie's path for revenge and wondering whether this shit's worth it. And
Oh, don't you ever question my path of revenge.
the TV show, it sort of makes it feel like they're just like completely on the level with each other, just 1-to-1 synchronized. And then
Yeah.
when it gets to the part where she ends up killing
Fingering her.
Owen and Mel, like Mel being a
Bye, Owen. Bye, Mel.
being a pregnant woman, and Owen being kind of one of Abby's friends. I shouldn't spoil that, but basically
Spoil it all.
Spoil it, Big Daddy.
they end up making
Oh my
that
god,
scene.
who the hell
Sorry, that was about the spoiling things.
They end
Do
up
it. Want you
making
to
that
spoil.
scene where she kills Mel, a pregnant woman, sort of an accident, where in the game she stabs her in the neck because she lunges at her. And it's like, I don't know, it just sort of removes the weight. I feel like they're trying
So they
to...
lost their balls.
Yeah, the writers definitely lost their
Where's your
balls.
fucking balls?
Ellie makes a lot of bad choices in her path to revenge, and people... The story works because you go from loving her and supporting her fucking quest for revenge to being like, this shit's not worth it, and you killed a bunch of people who didn't deserve it. And
He's getting fired up now, Zach.
so you're supposed to fucking be upset with Ellie. You're supposed to not like Ellie by the end of her fucking story, or at the very least be sort of disgusted by her actions. But in the fucking show, they like make a bunch of apologies for her and shit, and like sort of try and make it the stuff she does better, or make her, you know, make the viewer see her in a better light, and it ends up being a really fucking messily told story, and it just doesn't have the gravitas that the fucking video game story has.
Well, you know what? Here's what I want to say to the people who wrote that season 2.
Hey, fuck you, man!
Because that's so typical. So typical of a fucking like major streamer like HBO Wax to take a fucking perfectly written story and then just let's butcher it because we need her to be more sympathetic.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't have her being strong. They should have given Ellie a big fat hard black dick
Like,
the whole time.
if you're
too.
gonna
had
pussyfoot
one.
around fucking this pretty, you know, let's just say it's a controversial fucking story. People have a lot of different fucking opinions about it. But if you're gonna pussyfoot around telling that fucking story, then don't make the fucking show in the first place.
Exactly.
You knew what the fuck this story was about. It's been out since 2020. What the hell? Why are you guys acting like you're surprised that all this fucked up shit happens in the game and try to change it at the last fucking minute? This is
Because they're pussies.
it's stupid and it's
Calling
terrible
you out,
writing.
HBO.
Yes.
An outrage.
Warner Brothers, get your fucking shit together and quit butchering shit. Superman better be fucking good and better be free of that fucking studio bullshit interference.
Oh, I
Sounds
got
more like a 6 to me, or 5.5 almost. I don't
Well,
know,
no.
man. You're really.
All right. well,
honestly, I would bump that down to like a 3.
But I said that, but then he had other good things that
There
I
are
didn't want
things
to
I
hear.
liked.
So
When
yeah.
when the show sticks to how the story is told in the video game, which it has to, obviously, to be a fucking retelling, it's very good and very entertaining. Pedro Pascal, all of his scenes were fucking showstoppers. They were amazing.
So you liked the man in it, huh?
Pedro was great. Bella did a great job as well. But, you know, what can you do with that fucking script, the way they rewrote her
I
character?
thought you were gonna say, what could you do with that face?
The lady...
You
the-
said that, Paul.
I forget her name, but the lady who plays...
I'm just kidding. Belly is Belly? Belly?
Belly. Yeah, Bella Ramsey. She's great.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
I forget the name of the girl who plays Abby, but she's so good in it. I honestly wish we got a little bit more of Abby in the show, because she was great.
Wrong.
And also the guy who plays Isaac's really good. I found his scenes to be pretty entertaining as well.
So overall, you give the show a 2.5 out of 10 because
No, it's
they
a 6.5.
massacred your boy.
It's a 6.5 for sure. It's you know, it's a watchable show. It's just it sucks when, if it was told right, it could have been easily a 9 or a 10. If they had just straight up copy pasted the plot
fucked up.
of the video
Sad.
game, it would have
Yep.
easily been a 9 or a 10. But
Well, I
like,
think there's an
Minor
issue
tenor.
here. I think this is the issue with people adapting these like video games that have much more time to create this story, and then the HBO comes in like, we'll do it in fucking 8 episodes, and they don't like. Why does it need to be a show? It doesn't need to be a TV show, right?
it doesn't.
Never needed to be a TV
I
show.
would-
it's
I
a
mean,
video game.
I'm
Let
never
it
gonna be
stay
like,
a
don't make
video
it
game.
though, because I like seeing stuff adapted into different.
But make it right if you're
But
good.
it's never been done right. It never gets done right.
It gets done right every now and then. You know, you got your One Piece. Every now and then they get it right. What else? You know, you got the Speed Racer movie. The Speed Racer movie was pretty good.
Speed Racer movie.
Well, that's an anime turned into a movie. What other good adaptations have we?
You are not, honestly, I hate to say it, you're not selling me
People
on
like
video
people
game
like The
adaptation.
Boys. The Boys is a comic book adaptation. The first Mortal Kombat movie.
Not a video game.
They're a lot better at making the comic books.
The first
They're-
Mortal
that's
Kombat
been a
movie
huge-
was
That's
pretty
why
good.
they're doing it. Because the comic books
Yeah.
had such a goddamn massive success. They're
Well,
like, let's do it with
They're
everything.
trying to
thing
do the
is-
next thing.
when you look at how a movie
Stop
is
fucking it up.
planned out and shot, they do the thing called storyboarding, especially with action scenes, and it's basically they'll draw up a comic book of like the movie scene that they want to shoot. So
Yeah.
comic book,
So comic books already do it for them.
yeah, pretty much they do adapt pretty well for the most part. Yeah, video game can be tricky. I mean, Super Mario movie. People love the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Did you see it?
I liked it. Yeah, I'd give it a solid 8 or no 7.5.
This guy can't give anything lower than a 6.5. Hurt
Dude,
his soul.
6.5 is
sucks for
That
him.
was so hard for him to
yeah.
do.
6.5 is bad for my ratings. That's down there.
It's
And it-
65%.
It did hurt
That's
me,
great.
especially considering how much I goddamn love Pedro Pascal. And just the first season. Honestly, the first season of Last of Us, they adapted, like, that whole first video game, Last of Us Part 1, is adapted perfectly to season 1. And they made their changes, and some of them were better, and some of them were not as good, but, like, overall, it's still a solid 9. Season 1
Hey,
of Last
I got
of Us
something
is
for
awesome.
you. Speaking of The Last of Us, I want to talk to the last listener we have listening right now.
Oh,
Sorry, we went down such a rabbit hole with The Last of Us.
we.
But you heard it here first. Zach, you got anything exciting? Maybe something to bring us back?
I love how you just
Yeah, guys,
ripped the microphone from my hands. Take it away, Zach.
So you guys,
No, you can have it
I
back. I'm
like to
kidding.
do my exercises on these stairs, these famous stairs I like to run. I met a guy
Yes.
there. You know, y'all know about that.
Your new
So
guy.
there's like groups of people working out. They do the stairs, and then they also do like aerobics stuff at the top, or like calisthenics and stuff at the top.
How big are
Push-ups
their
and-
dicks, though?
Yeah. I
Usually
wanna
there's some
know,
pretty
too.
good ones flopping around up there. And,
Okay.
this time I was like, all these dicks, all these boobs. I come here all the time. I should probably
So you're
talk to
just
some
like
of
the-
these dicks and boobs.
The biggest
Okay.
pervert on the stairs, you think? Or is
Well,
there a bigger
no,
pervert
he just
there
mentioned the
than you?
dicks, so I had to go there, okay?
Okay. I mean, you could have said, no, I don't actually look at their
The
dicks,
reality
Donnie.
is-
That's disgusting.
The reality, yeah, that's true. I should have
But
done
it's
that,
not.
but it's
Dicks
not what
aren't
I was saying.
disgusting.
It's not what I was
Dicks are-
thinking, and I'm not a good liar, so
Dicks are beautiful.
Dicks
they're
are beautiful.
not great. But I'm
I
not
like-
hating.
No,
Okay.
dicks are fantastic.
I'm not hating,
A
bro.
lot of skin
Dicks?
tight pants going up those steps.
It's got to be hard to run.
Yeah,
in
but those are. I mean, it's. I'm gonna say this.
spandex.
It's like me, 6 other guys, and every other person I've ever seen there is a chick. It's usually chicks working out.
You just busted your first nut.
You busted your first nut.
Anyway, the reality of the situation is, I've just been talking to people. I've just been approaching people's dogs more often, and that starts
a
up
good,
conversations.
That is
It's a
good.
good
yeah.
scheme. It's a good scheme you're
Well,
working
no, I
on
like
there.
dogs, and usually I've wanted to go up to people's dogs in the past, but I didn't want to talk to the person, not because of the person being weird or anything, but because I'm fucking weird, and I'm like, I just don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to bother them.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, sorry, dude, if you're walking your cute ass dog near me, I'm stopping and talking to you and your dog.
Well, also, I know why he's doing it, Johnny. Because when you bend down and pet a dog, it puts you directly at dick level, so he can really gauge.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
He can gauge who's working
Dude,
with the biggest
Giving you
hog.
all of my secrets.
Oh, can I pet your dog? Thank you. And then he goes
It's
like
not
this.
dick level. It's whoever it is. They're way above me, and I'm like, yeah.
No, you like to look down. You like to be
Okay.
looked down upon.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
just
Okay.
spin my
And
mouth?
then they lean down to
Pet you.
get on my level and be like, yeah. So his name is whatever, and I'm like, I lay down, so I could be lower than them still. They're like,
Yeah.
where are you going, bud?
Rub my belly. Rub my belly.
Yeah.
I'm your
No, I
dog.
like that. I do love. petting
I'm your
dogs in
dog
public.
now. No, but I talked to these people in all honesty because I started talking to this dog, and then I was like, the chick was like, "Oh, this is Izzy," and then I was like, "Is this like a free class, or do you have to pay for this?" And she was like, "Who's the blonde girl right there? Does it for free."
Oh.
Might want to take the name out of this.
No.
I think we're fine on that.
Busted
There's
your
a lot
first
of
nut.
chick
No.
slash girl.
Blonde.
Actually,
Yeah.
Will we moving on?
moving on. We have to remove that. But
I'll put there instead.
Yeah.
never mind, guys. It's a real
No,
person.
Yeah, I'll block her name out.
I imagined you were
We've
talking
discussed
about me.
where I go enough to where it's like kind of fucked up to be like. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She does a free class at these fucking stairs.
She'd probably like to get a promotion here.
Yeah.
Not here, dude. That's why I'm saying that. She does not want to be fucking mentioned on this podcast. She is a professional person.
Her name is
Alright.
going to disappear from the
Yeah.
annals of
It doesn't
this
matter.
show. Okay.
I talked to this one person, and then I went and actually talked to the head of the class to actually get the information from it.
His social security number, which is...
She did. She said, "What's your social?" And I just told her my whole social security number. She was like, Instagram. And I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's your social media?
But
So you're doing a class?
no, actually, I just got the info, and then I even told her, I was like, I'm not making any promises, but I see y'all here sometimes, so I'll probably pop in for part of it. She was
I've been
like,
watching
yeah.
y'all from afar for a while,
Yeah.
and I just got to say your dog is really pretty.
She did also.
Do you mind if I?
The initial
pet-
person had one dog,
Yeah.
and then the head of the class has two dogs that are also adorable. All the
So
dogs.
it's a free class though.
Yeah, she only does it once a month.
Bless you. And did you say why are you doing it for free? You're stupid.
I didn't have the same attitude that I had at the restaurant. No, she was also
I
on
have a question.
stairs
Are you
above
stupid?
me, and I was like, took my sunglasses off so that she knew I was looking at her eyes and not her belly
Not
button.
her tits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
Her belly
smart.
button.
I like to keep them thinking.
Yeah. It's like,
That's
is
why
that
my head is
a-
always like this. I have my head like this, and then
You're
I take
looking
my
right at their eyes,
sunglasses
but you're looking at your look.
Yeah. She's
Exactly.
like, is that a water bottle in your pocket, or you have to see me?
Is that a water bottle, or you just have a really big
Boner.
Aquafina.
water bottle in your pocket? Sorry, I didn't know where to go with that. So.
Anyway,
I don't want to
guys,
offend
I'm-
this
I'm
woman that-
fucking- I'm growing, guys.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
she'll never see it.
Yeah, I
it's just
bet
that
you are, dude.
I have links on my Instagram to this, so I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah, sausage.
they
link.
could see this potentially.
potentially.
That'd be awesome, and they'll have no idea who you're talking about because I am a master of editing, and I can edit
Yeah.
your face onto Johnny's ass, and then while I'm
Please
doing his
Do
ass,
that
it'll
in
look
real
like
life
me and you
while
were
we're
making
hanging out together.
Right?
Yeah, we
That's
could do
some
that
good
together.
powers. Well, speaking of
Super.
seeing things, you guys see anything else fun?
I have.
Yes.
I got
I
another,
have too.
I got a movie I want to talk about, but why don't you guys lay something on me?
Can I?
Oh,
can I
oh,
drop
shit.
some heat?
I didn't even
your wife.
get. Hold on, before you can go, but I didn't get to Caddo Lake. Don't let me forget to talk about that movie, okay?
I mean, I think we could both let you talk about
It's been
it.
a minute, but yeah, if you wanted to go, go ahead, Zach.
Oh no, I have. I'm just
I got
rewatching a
Or-
fucking old American Horror Story,
I
Oh.
got some.
Coven.
You know what
Go
I've
ahead.
been watching?
Polly. What you
Have you
got?
ever heard of a little show called
Oh my god.
Boom Bow Boom Bow?
A little
boom,
too
boom,
close.
bow,
I think
boom,
you
bow.
blew
It
out.
didn't really come in right.
Yeah, you blew out the. It was Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That's what it was.
Is that better?
Nice, yes, Joss
All right,
Whedon.
yeah. Dude, and David Boreanaz and Jennifer Love Hewitt, whatever the bitch's name is, the blonde one, who's the main character, and the bitch from American Pie. Zach, you don't like Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I venture to guess based off your reaction to me saying that.
I've never watched any of it ever once in my life.
Oh, it's
I
a
can't
fun
say
show.
I do or
I
don't.
haven't either.
I think you
I haven't
would
either.
like
For
it, Zach.
it's pretty funny, and I will say, so I had this itch after I finished Supernatural 12 times, and I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything to
It's
satisfy
so
me.
perfect for you that you're going from Supernatural to Buffy. That's
makes
amazing.
total
I love
sense.
that for you.
Buffy gets that scratch. It's like,
Well, they do
'cause
like
it's so like
chants and stuff.
it's corny enough, it's campy enough, and then
That's the
it's
one with
like
the talking
also-
cat, right?
No, that's fucking Sabrina the Teenage
Oh my
Witch.
god, that's Sabrina
Oh,
the
okay, well, same thing.
Not the same,
Same
show at
thing?
all. They're
I
so
think
different.
Totally
They're
different.
super
I'm
similar.
not. I've never
different.
watched Sabrina. I'm not watching Sabrina.
Okay.
I mean, dude, Polly, you would still like that show, but they are different.
You'll watch that next.
Yeah, I'm going down a pretty. I
You're
hope
doing
this,
you're doing like old vampire and like supernatural shows like I do survival shows.
Yeah, I'm worried that this road ends at Doctor Who, which I don't want to ever watch Doctor Who.
Oh,
Well,
Oh
no,
my
have you
God,
watched,
dude.
Have you watched Lucifer?
If I watch
Paul?
Doctor Who, Zach, I give you permission to kick me in the balls.
Have you watched Lucifer? Because Lucifer is supernatural
If I can
and it's
find 'em.
fucking investigation. It's like supernatural mixed with CSI. It's fucking. It's so
Well, hey,
goofy.
I'm gonna put that on the list then, because I can't get enough of these like stupid. But it's so the thing with Buffy that's really like
Yes,
getting
back
my
to Buffy.
goat. Getting my goat is what the kids say.
Oh,
is
yeah.
because it's shot in that like dark, kind of low budget that I really wanted that Supernatural gave me. So
That's what I'm saying about like I like a specific outdoor type show,
yeah,
survival show.
Yeah.
That's like it doesn't mean it's good. It's it's like
yeah. Exactly.
very
The show
specific.
probably sucks. Yeah. Do
Just
you like
makes me
a,
feel a certain way when I watch it, like you and those dark, awful supernatural shows from the early 2000s and late 90s.
Yeah. Keep going, huh?
I like them too.
Okay,
When I'm
good.
in that mood.
Supernatural ended in 2019. So
That's because it's got like 37 seasons, though, right?
it's got 15 seasons.
Good lord.
Early
like
2000s.
That's not enough. I
Rewatch
can't believe
that.
they stopped.
I can't believe it. I feel like you could just rewatch a 15-season show over and over again and be fine.
I haven't rewatched it over and over again, guys. That would be
They're like,
insane.
I have too much money. I don't know what to do with all this money from this
Do you know how
one
much they were
show."
making? You know how much they were making per episode at the end of it?
I don't.
$10,000.
175 grand.
I got
per
one.
episode. You said how much did you say?
Give me $200.
Almost.
Give me $200.
They were making $175,000.
So
Wow,
if you round
that's
up.
pretty. I mean, that's not the most I've ever heard of for per episode.
No, but
for a show,
that's they were on
not
the
bad.
CW, dude.
yeah.
they weren't on, like, a
that's
big
great for
network
CW. That's
That is
amazing. for
billionaire status on the CW, dude.
I do. There's something crazy about like there are a lot of shows on the CW that I really like. Like pretty much all their fucking DC comic book shows. I
Like
fuck
Heroes?
with. Yeah, like they're not Heroes.
Yes.
Heroes season 1 is good. The
I've
rest
never
of it's
watched
pretty
Heroes.
shitty.
Don't they have the Flash? Isn't there the Flash?
Yeah, they
on
have the Flash.
CW?
They have the whole thing. It's called the Arrowverse. So it started with It started with Arrow based on the Green Arrow, and then they did the Flash, and then they did like Supergirl, and then they did fucking like Lucifer and a bunch of other shit.
And they're all like super low budget cameras, and it's really hard to watch.
Yeah, they're
of
awesome.
them.
I love
That's
how
kind of
like corny
right
it
up
is.
my alley, though, with the cheap camera and the corny.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
gonna love it when you switch over to that stuff.
That's pretty much, dude. You should check. Yeah, they made a Constantine TV show. I think there's like 2 seasons, maybe 3. You would like that.
Damn.
The guy who they get to play
Don't tell me what I would
Constantine
like.
in that show
Yeah,
is
that's pretty fucked
it's
up.
very different from the movie. He's like it's much more like comic accurate to Constantine's character. So it's
Well,
not
I hate
like,
it when they do that because I want the movie. I love that movie so much.
Oh, dude, the movie is awesome, but Constantine in the movie is kind of an action hero, like fighting demons and stuff. Constantine, the character, the comic book character, is more of a, I'm gonna make a bunch of deals with the devil.
Oh, he's more like a lawyer.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna talk to this guy and then backstab this guy.
So he's going
and
from like
cast
New York
magic
to
spells.
British.
Yeah, he definitely has that accent. I actually am kind of nailing it right there.
Okay, you got it, nailing it. I got it. Good thing neither of us have ever seen the show, so we can't like
Yeah,
call you
we'll
on that.
believe
or
you.
anything. Good to go.
He is one of my top 3 CW DC characters. Maybe number 1.
Wow, you're kidding.
I don't know.
The
I
bar
don't have anything
is not
to-
super high, but call us at 530-420-6668. Let us know if you watch
Who's
the
your favorite
CW.
Arrowverse?
Yeah.
I
Who's
know
the
somebody
best
at
on the
work that
CW
definitely does.
Arrowverse?
BJ, shout out BJ.
Well, you
I
work with
watches all
somebody
those
named
shows.
Blowjob?
Yes.
Yes, he does, and we're not going to talk about that anymore.
I do.
Should I talk about Caddo Lake now? Can I talk?
Yes.
Do
really
it.
Now-
Do it. Let's get into Caddo Lake. People have been waiting
Give us a
for this.
refresher. What was your rating for it, Zach? You gave it like a 9.
I think I gave it a 9 or 10
Yeah.
or something.
And Polly, what was your rating? I think it was like a
I think
7.
I was right up there. Did I give it 7? Maybe 7.5, probably.
You were no, you like fake gave it like a 9.5, and then you changed it to like a 7.5, if my memory serves.
I think
I
it's a
can't remember.
9.
I gave it a pretty high rating though. I think 7.5 is probably about right.
Yeah.
Because that's a high rating in my book.
It's definitely not a 9
What-
for me.
What are you,
Let's start off
this
with that.
motherfucker?
I
Oh
did
yeah,
like-
Okay.
it's not.
I liked the movie. Don't get me wrong. It's not a 9.
All right, what did you think it is?
I would probably give it 7.5. It was entertaining.
Good.
It was good, but it was just like, dude, that first
Spoilers.
like the first act maybe like was pretty fucking boring, and then
That's why I gave it a 9 because
It-
I did fall asleep. So
Yeah, it
And
takes
then,
a second to really.
you know, the spoilers here for the whole plot, because it is
Yeah,
kind
spoiled.
of it's kind of like an M. Night Shyamalan produced the movie, so it has sort of like a twist towards the end, and that twist is they were fucking time traveling somehow, and it was because the water levels in the lake were low or something, and the dam that they built opened up a wormhole or some shit. I don't know. They don't really fucking explain it.
didn't
But-
explain it all that. I
Don't
you,
have to.
You did more explaining than the movie did. I'm pretty sure.
But
it is confusing.
so it doesn't make. I mean, that part is sort of like fill in the blanks. But what I do appreciate that it did with the time travel is that it is a closed loop, which is cool because it's like everything that happens makes sense because they go back and then so then this person becomes like, oh, this was like the dude's grandma or something. And it's like it all kind of makes
Yes.
sense when you like laid it out.
All
But
I want to say is,
when
if y'all
that's-
like the second half of that movie, you have to watch Dark because that's the whole entire fucking show.
but when,
I've never seen Dark.
what my complaint
so-
about closed loop time travel is that it
CLT?
sort of it feels like it removes the stakes to the greater story, because
CLTT.
in order for them to go back and be like an old
CLT-T.
person back in the day, they're on like a set path. So everybody's sort of has like this predetermined thing once you figure out what is going on, and it's like even if you're time traveling, and you're
So
meant
nobody's in danger, right?
yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
If you're
Like,
time traveling and you're meant to time travel to do blah blah blah, that means that you were meant to fucking do that. And it's sort of like, okay, I feel like there's no stakes to you time travel. If you can't time travel and change shit, then it's boring time travel. It's basically like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just sort of.
Could they not change shit, or did they just?
Well, no,
not
she
change
did
shit?
change. Well, they couldn't change anything, but they had to realize what the fuck was going
Yeah,
on
she
because
did-
the way their time traveling works, they didn't like make a machine. They walked through one part of this
Yeah.
swamp and were just like in a different time.
Yeah, they
They're
went
like,
back
what-
in time and
what the fuck
basically
did he fuck?
figured out that, oh, I went back in time and then this person ended up living a whole fucking lifetime. And it's sort
Yeah,
of like...
in 1950, and then she fucked this guy and had this asshole, and then she is actually his mom. The shit was just,
Y'all should
the
watch.
shit was
Y'all should
bonkers.
watch Dark.
When I will totally watch Dark because when I finished that movie, when I finished Caddo Lake, I was like, so she was his girlfriend's daughter that turned into his grandma.
I
It
had
was
to
just
pause.
like-
I paused it for a second just to keep track. I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
You almost like need to draw
Okay.
a family tree.
Right.
It was just so trippy.
The
weird.
mom-
Also, go ahead.
The
The
mom
mom
is the
hot?
daughter on 6 Feet Under.
Oh, yeah.
So
And-
I just love that actress.
I will say the movie does a better job of laying all this shit out than we are right now. If you're on the fence of watching this movie and you feel like we're spoiling it, we are not doing a great job of explaining. But the movie
We
Really,
have
the
just
only thing we
spoiled it
spoiled is
for you,
that there's
probably.
time travel.
right.
Yeah.
But the movie does actually do a pretty decent job of like making it make sense when they lay it all out. When she, like that scene when she's in the library and she's looking at the history of her
Yeah.
sister who went back. Like, but yeah, it's good. It's just time travel, man. Like
It's a hard one to do.
I don't
Yeah, I hear you.
love time travel as like a thing in stories. Like even with Endgame, I love Infinity War and Endgame, the Avengers movies that made $1 bajillion. With Endgame, it's like I didn't really love the fact that their solution to everything was traveling back in time and doing it again. Although they did do it in kind of a clever way.
I thought theirs wasn't quite time travel. It was like we're going side travel.
Yeah, it was kind of like
the
side.
multiverse
It was
thing.
time traveling to a different universe or something. But yeah, still.
Yeah, but still, yeah, it is kind of like a cheesy, cheating way to beat the bad guy after
Right.
you lose.
Yeah,
It's like a little brother move where it's like, well, I'm gonna go back in time before you beat me.
right. Like I like when time travel has consequences. Like when fucking in Back to the Future, when he starts messing with shit and he starts disappearing in the picture, and then he has to scramble to fix it all up again. Like
Because he had to fuck his mom in that, right?
he almost did.
I've never seen it. All I've seen from that movie is when he skateboards to school, and I was like, turning it off now.
Turning it off. That was
all I
entertaining.
needed.
Don't need to see anything else. I bet you that guy's good at guitar, but there's no way of knowing for sure.
Nope. I'll
So,
never know, and turn it off. He's not doing too good now anyway.
Yeah. I heard his
They made like
hands are
3 of those, though. Pretty crazy.
shaking. Yeah, they did. But yeah, solid 7.5.
Hell yeah.
But
Cool.
also, only one black person in that movie. Interesting.
And now, Zach, do you want to bump it up to a 10? Are you going to keep it at 9? Or you want to bump it up to a 10 now?
Why do you think it's a 9? It's because I fell asleep. You can go back and check. That's why I gave it a 9.
So this is something I've been discussing with some people in my life. When we're watching a movie and there happens to not be many black people in it, I'll go and I'll watch a movie like say Boys in the Hood, and I'll say this movie's racist. Where are all the white people? You know what I mean? And it's
yeah,
like,
there were plenty of white people in that movie. They were just all the bad guys, the cops.
yeah, you're right. But I'm saying like these movies take place in a location that
Yeah, the lake. Black
You
people
know?
don't live on lakes, I
black
guess.
people hate lakes. They don't like swimming.
Oh!
I thought that's where you were going there. That's what you were saying.
No, I just said black people
see-
don't live on lakes. I didn't say anything about them swimming.
I thought it
They
was
could live at the
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, there could have been some more black people in it, but
I mean,
I
black
didn't
people don't
notice
fuck
that.
with time travel. I didn't either because I don't.
But I don't.
what about
check
hot tub
for-
time machine, my friend?
Okay, that is a good one. That the very
Doesn't
time
he like
travel. in
fuck
that
his
one.
mom or something and make himself?
I don't know. I've never seen that movie. I know there was a black
I feel like
person
I
in
have
it.
seen that movie and it was hilarious, but I don't remember it at all. Yeah, hot tub because they made a second one of that too.
I watched
wow.
Hot Tub Time Machine one time when I thought my ex-girlfriend was like, this is a long time ago. I was going through that process of my ex-girlfriend not texting back, but it was when it was like not smartphones, and I was like, she's mad at me. I said something, I did something. So I
Oh.
watched that whole movie and I don't really remember it, but I have like
You
a
were like-
very bad feeling about that movie because
Oh,
of
man.
that.
You were
Yeah,
just
it's
so
transferred.
worried about your.
Yeah, I
fucking-
was so
hate-
anxious.
dude. Moments like that are the fucking worst.
And then she was just like, her phone
She's like,
died
"Oh,
or
sorry.
something.
Sorry, I was cheating on you. I mean, no,
shit!
no.
I was
Hey,
blowing the neighbor.
Oh, jeez.
wrong
I
person.
mean, my phone was dead. Whatever.
That's
same
wrong
thing.
person. My phone died. Hey, you still watching
Yeah.
Hot Tub Time Machine?
Well, speaking of, well, this is an awkward transition. Black people. I watched the new Captain America movie with the
That is an awkward transition.
yeah Anthony Mackie as the new Captain America who is black.
I thought it was Anthony Blackie.
Oh,
This one.
Polly,
Can't
you're
say that
full of
anymore,
them.
Johnny. No, is that movie good?
Cannot-
It honestly, I had heard it was very bad, but I watched it and I liked it. It's a solid 7.5, honestly.
Every day for this guy.
It's nothing to write home about, but it's not bad. It's by no means is it bad. I was entertained by it. It kind of feels like it could have been a way better movie, but like for some reason that movie took fucking forever for them to release because they did like a shitload of reshoots and like added
never a good
plot
sign.
lines. Yeah, it's weird. So it kind of feels like they just sort of laid another plot line on top of the other two plot lines, and I'm not sure which one got added last. So it's just sort of like there's like 3 different things going on at once. But that being said, it was still like highly watchable. I was entertained by it. I never felt like switching it off. And in terms of comic book adaptations, you know what? The original comic's not even that great, so I'm not worried about it not hitting some high mark or whatever. It's
just sucks that
perfectly fine superhero movie.
it just sucks that when they do, like, they have a black superhero in this movie. Finally, they don't like put the real work into it. They just
Yeah.
kind of phone it in. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
It would have been nice if it was great like all the other Captain America movies. That's the part that kind of sucks because all the other Captain America movies are fucking phenomenal action films. This one just kind of misses the mark a little bit, but it's still good.
Can't
it's still
say I
worth a
saw
watch.
those either.
Yeah, me neither.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier, highly recommend.
Don't-
One of the best MCU films that they've made so far.
Y'all want to know the only flag that doesn't have red, white, or blue?
No,
Or
There's only one flag that doesn't have one of those 3 colors.
what
Vatican
flag
City.
is it?
It's Jamaican.
red, white, and green.
It's got red
Black.
in it. Yeah,
Wait,
it's got red.
hold
Right?
on, it's not Jamaican.
Red, Jamaica is like all of those colors minus one.
Except for blue.
I think Jamaica is actually red, white, and blue.
I think it's red, green, and yellow, right? And black.
It's totally red, green, and yellow and black because
Yeah.
everybody. It's the most insufferable
Hey, you
colors.
win
that-
some, you lose some.
Yeah, it's the stoner job.
Were you-
Fucking.
Were you just guessing?
I was trying.
I think it's the Switzerland, right? No, that's red and white.
No, it's Jamaican. Dumbasses. Oh!
Oh,
Let me
'Cause
see.
it's black,
Making me horny.
green, and yellow.
There's no red.
There's no red.
Y'all are stupid.
Wow.
But it's
Y'all
okay
are
though,
stupid.
because I
about
believe
Zach
you,
did-
even though I had it right.
I was gonna say, Zach, you got to start standing on business more. You got to
Yeah,
start standing
dude.
on business, okay?
Stand
If
on
you think
business.
a thing about the stupid Jamaican flag,
Well, I mean, it was a guess, like I said. So
Oh, dude, I have one more thing. I have one
Just
more thing I
throwing
want
things
to
out
I want to throw out there. Okay, so I pre-ordered. You guys are gonna make fun of me so much for this. I
a sex
pre-ordered.
doll.
That's appropriate.
I pre-ordered some magic cards. You want to know how much?
I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all.
You want to know how much I spent on the
Oh,
pre-order?
let me save that. Yeah, $250.
No, why don't you
Give me
ask?
$200.
There we go. That's.
Let's get ready to rumble!
That's okay, dude.
I
You
couldn't
spent
help
$200
myself.
fucking
You
dollars.
spend money on what you love to do.
Dude,
I
you
like
don't
riding my bike.
understand the
It's
aggressive
true. You're right. It's
ad
Zach.
campaign that they have been pushing on me for this card set, dude. It's Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering. Two things I really like. And they mashed them together, and I kept seeing these fucking ads for them, like, oh, this new set's gonna drop, this new set's gonna drop, and I finally caved, and I was like, give me 30 goddamn boosters, and they were like,
That is.
give
that
me
is crazy.
$200.
Give me $200.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
maybe we can do a fun little video for it, a little unboxing of me opening 30 packs
I agree.
of magic cards.
It's a lot of content.
Yeah, no, we can do that. That could be really. We'll make a new channel called the Gamer Channel, like Mr. Beast. So we'll just copy everything he does and then open up 30 packs of.
Yeah, they should be getting here next Friday on the 13th. Although I got a notification that they shipped today, so maybe they'll come in early.
Let me go ahead
I
and
spent
guess.
a
You're
lot more
checking
money
that.
than that on my bike. It makes you feel better.
Oh yeah, how much was that?
Yeah, but at least
Give me $200.
your bike
There was
has
a couple of things that were
so
too
much
many.
more of a practical use to it than fucking magic.
It's
I
true.
do use
I mean,
it
he
every
would-
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you looked really good riding it this morning when you were chugging that V8.
Oh, dude.
And I was like, look at my. I was literally on the toilet with my hand on my balls and penis, and I was like, look at my guy go.
Look at my guy.
My balls and penis.
I put that on my story with the song behind it. Looks pretty cool.
Fly like an eagle.
Yeah,
let
check it
my
out on
spirit
Cold-
carry
Different
me.
song.
Cold cheddar cheese on Instagram.
I also started putting, if I think something is funny or entertaining, I put it on my story, and then I'm highlighting those stories on my profile so you can watch them later if you ever get on Instagram again in your life.
Are you talking to
It's
me?
just the things that I think are good.
Talking to me?
No, not everybody. I don't know.
So
think
you must
Johnny
be
has
talking to
Instagram.
me. I do have it. I
Can't remember.
basically the only purpose it serves is that my girlfriend sends me
Big
those
butts.
fucking corny ass goddamn reels.
Oh, she
And
has
I-
terrible taste in
I
reels
have to
too.
watch them every fucking week. To watch like 20 minutes of fucking corny ass reels. Oh
Let
my
me
god.
tell you something.
You don't have to
You just
watch
gotta
them.
lay down the law with her. You don't have to watch. You gotta say you.
You
I
send
love
too
you.
many at a time, babe.
No, they
I can't
are
sit down
too
and
many.
watch.
Honestly, yeah, no, I will walk it back a little bit. They're not all horrible, and I do like
Smart,
some of
smart.
them, but I kind of I hate watching more than like 5 in
Guessing
a row.
she's not there right
By
now.
the time I watch 5 fucking Instagram reels, my brain just turns to fucking mush, dude. And I'm just like,
hate 'em.
when is this gonna end? Like,
They're too. I need longer form content. I can't handle just
my
like.
brain is not built for
short.
short form content. Yeah, that's a.
Yeah,
I think that's
no.
a millennial thing. We're just.
Do y'all want to go
we
look at
weren't
mine real
there,
quick?
Like,
Yeah. Can we
Johnny,
show
you can pull my
Zach's,
Instagram up, probably.
oh, your Instagram?
It's
yeah.
it's public.
We're
You
doing
can
that.
watch
we
my,
got-
our
Fill some
stories
time
instead of
'cause-
doing shitty music.
Fill some time because
real
I
quick.
have to set some stuff up.
I gotta close off all my porn. Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I can do bunny hops on my gravel bike now. That's
I'm
pretty
sorry, what?
cool. To me, I can get air on a bike on flat ground. You know, just fucking flying down the road.
Oh yeah,
Fun.
I don't even know
Do
how
you have
to.
a?
We can
video?
do that next week, baby. I don't.
You would
I
just-
don't know my
Can't.
login.
He
Click
can't
on my
figure it out.
profile. Oh, you don't know your login.
He's not even logged in. We're gonna be here for a while. He's gonna
I'm
have to,
only
like,
logged
recover
in
his
on my-
password.
I mean, I guess I could do it on my tablet over here and hold it up.
We'll save it for next week.
It's okay. It's not that important. I don't have
Yeah.
that good of taste.
It'd be funny if we like spent 25 minutes to log in, and then it's Zach doing like a bunny hop, like 2 inches off the ground.
Oh, I didn't take any videos of me doing
Is
bunny
that high?
hops.
That would have been sick, though.
I gotta get a GoPro or something. Dude, one of them is
Dude, you can't even. Hold on, real quick. If you take a video of yourself doing a bunny hop with the GoPro angle, it's not gonna look like anything. Because imagine
Wasn't
you
gonna
like
put it
looking
there.
forward.
wasn't gonna do that. I could do that with my fucking phone. Anyway, you know what? Fuck you. That
Sorry,
is true.
I'm a dumb guy.
Oh yeah, and, one last thing if we're talking about things we watched. I watched a lot of things these past 2 weeks, and the rehearsal, man.
Oh,
the finale.
yes. That's a
like,
10.
can we talk about that?
That's
Is
an
that
easy
a 10?
10, dude.
Yeah,
that's
I
10.
agree. I agree.
That 6 beautifully, perfectly done episodes
Yeah,
with a
season
beautiful,
2.
succinct ending.
All right,
He's the
can we
best troll
get
on
some air horns and maybe a round of applause for season 2 of the rehearsal?
Now, I do
Perfect
have a
10
question for Zach, though.
all around.
Zach, did he really land that 737?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think he did,
he
dude.
did.
Okay.
He put the work in,
Wrong.
my boy Nathan.
he-
put the
wrong.
work in. I like how you said that.
Nathan is, instead of killing people, he's making that show for us.
Instead of killing.
Oh, he would.
geez.
What do you think? He'd be like a dictator
He's a
or
fucking
serial
psychopath, dude. He's
I-
that show is too perfect. And his trolling is so perfectly well thought out and like captured.
Well, that's the question, dude. He's clearly neurodivergent, but is he on the spectrum? Like, it kind of feels like he is, you know? It kind of
Oh, he
feels-
totally is. I thought he proved that.
No, I mean,
in episode 5 or
he
whatever.
avoided getting
he's
an
acting.
official. He avoided getting an official diagnosis specifically so he could fly a plane, so he could get his pilot's license.
Exactly.
If he had gotten officially diagnosed, then they probably.
Well, that was about like anxiety, though.
I don't know if they would have barred him from doing it altogether, but it would have caused an issue for him getting his pilot's license. That was
yeah,
like
so
a
he
whole.
had to lie on
dilemma.
the autism test.
Yeah, he had to
I
like.
thought it was about the anxiety.
No.
Well,
it
he
was-
did the autism test so he could talk, because there was a senator who was on like the board for people with autism and then the board for aviation too. So he was going to use it as a way to like
Yeah, I remember that.
shoehorn his way in.
Yeah.
And he talked to the lady who was working at the facility with people with autism, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
but-
mixed. I'm just mixing up.
Yeah, you
There's just
remember he had that like moral dilemma
too
when
many good parts.
when he was in that health qualification thing for applying to be a pilot, and like
Yeah.
he was like floating over the yes or no thing when it next to
That's
the
what I'm
autism.
talking about. That's the anxiety part.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
yeah,
well,
yeah.
he wasn't anxious about like being. Well, I think his anxiety came from
being a human,
wanting
which
to.
is what he was trying to
yeah,
do.
he
Yeah,
like
what it came
wanted to
down
be
to.
honest about it,
Humans are anxious,
but
and
then he
pilots
realized
are afraid
that
to talk.
yeah, he wanted to not be honest about it because he wanted to fly the plane.
Well, that was the part I was referencing, and
Yeah.
then y'all are just
Yeah.
referencing an earlier part.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah,
that
10 out of 10. You know what it made me want to do? Get my pilot's license. You guys want to become
yeah.
pilots together?
I would love to, dude. That looks like so much
Also,
fun.
I think
I
I'm too
couldn't
stupid
help-
for that.
I couldn't help but laugh at the idea of like, if Nathan Fielder was my pilot, I don't think I'm flying.
Oh, dude, I would absolutely fly in a plane with him.
No.
I'd feel
He's
more
only
comfortable with
flown
him.
like 200 times. If you've only flown, and he had never flown at that 737 before.
Yeah, he's like, is it
No,
the
he
same
had,
as the
he
sim?
had.
No, that was
Oh,
the
yeah,
first
that's
time
right.
since
He
the
was doing
simulator.
the
They don't,
sim.
you
That's
don't
right.
learn. You don't learn on a
No, yeah,
737.
it
You
was
learn
the
on a simulation.
And
This is
then
my first time.
afterwards, he was doing the flights, the empty 737 flights. Yeah. Cause,
Yeah, that was sweet.
yeah, that looks like a fucking awesome gig, dude. Just flying empty 737s.
I
like,
saw a reel on Instagram because my shit is all geared towards rehearsal shit. But it's just like
Oh,
it's
really?
just this random dude like that works on airplanes. He's like, every time I'm working on a 737, I'm thinking in my head, did somebody who's banned from every single or does somebody who's banned from every single dating site fly this plane the last time it was like or something like that? I'm just like,
That's so good. That
I'm
is
banned from every.
that is like that's crazy. How do you
That's
get
a red
banned
flag.
from all of them?
I like
You
that they,
are
like,
not
air
allowed to
quotes for
fly
no
if you're
reason.
banned
It's
from
like
all
no,
of them.
you're only banned for reasons, dude. People
Yeah.
were
And they're
freaked out
probably
by you, and they
pretty
they
intense
fucking,
reasons.
yeah, they reported you.
Jesus Christ!
need to
You
be
have
banned from
such a
flying. I don't know.
maniac to be banned from all dating apps.
I don't think you have to be. You could be super unaware, but that dude obviously
Just very
is
like so
super
awkward.
fucking like pushy.
Yeah. And I mean, we all sent, pics that. Anyway, aren't we about that?
So
time? What'd you
you're
learn
why
this
they
week,
don't
Zach?
let you send pictures.
What'd you learn this week, Johnny?
Before we get to that, what did we think of the lady who won the Wings of Voice competition?
I didn't listen to
You
it.
can tell she
I
was
didn't
pissed.
listen.
Dude, they go, so, I hope the experience was good. She goes, a lot of travel. She says, a lot of travel in her fucking thing.
Dude, her cover of the fucking Paramore song wasn't even good.
No, it was awful. It made me think of the
Well,
crappy music we have on
It
here.
wasn't
dude.
awful, but she definitely put her own spin on it.
Yeah, and
She
it was a
picked a
bad,
bad-
spin.
bad spin
It
and
was
a bad song.
spin.
Guys, she said enough.
Yeah, Wings of
Cut her some
poor
slack,
choice.
All right. What'd you learn this week, Polly? Hold on, what's
Oh,
going
God.
on with this? Here we go.
I learned. I want everybody out there to know that everything we say on here is a joke, except for Johnny being a member of the Puerto Rican supremacist group.
Yeah,
just
that's
real.
for real serious.
That's real. But
Very
you're allowed to be a
serious
supremacist.
I've got another fun fact. This one's a fact, okay?
What are you just on a fact website right now pretending that
No,
you
I'm
just
not.
got it?
I learned things on these terrible reality TV shows I watch.
Oh, like the Jamaican flag thing?
That's not from that. That's from a podcast. But
Naked
y'all
and
know
Afraid,
the
podcast.
loudest animal on Earth?
The cricket. Easy.
It's not, but that's probably a good guess, though. I bet you they're fucking up there. It's a howler monkey.
Oh, that's what
They're as
Oh.
loud as fucking jet engines.
Wow.
No, they're not. They're this loud. Ow.
How?
Are you a howler
No
monkey?
way
dude?
there's... What was that?
Meow.
Oh. I also learned that the howler monkey is not as loud as a jet engine, because that would be insane. That's
Let me just
insane.
double check, because I gotta stick to
Maybe
me
as
not
a-
believing in myself.
There's, do you know how loud a jet engine is? You can hear it in the sky. You can hear a jet engine. You think if you threw a howler monkey 10,000 feet in the air, I'd hear it yelling?
This is like the anti-learn. What did I learn this week? I learned that I didn't learn.
You want to see me sniff
Oh,
this
fuck y'all.
Sharpie?
I may have made up that fact.
No, howler
I didn't
monkeys
make it
are extraordinarily loud, though, Zach. You're right about that.
It's actually the screaming chimpanzee is the loudest animal on Earth.
Hold on, y'all keep
You
talking.
you're not buying it?
Yeah. What did you learn this week, Paul? Sorry, you got
All right,
cut
I
off.
learned
Okay, they can. All right, real quick.
try to.
Their calls can
He's
be
coming
heard up to
back.
3 miles away and can reach 140 decibels. A jet engine at takeoff is about 150. So very close to a jet
Oh,
engine.
Very close. And
I'm gonna say they
that
still
is
lied to
one
me
of
on
the
that fucking
things.
show.
That is one of the things that Zach learned this week.
At some point in my life, I learned
Yeah.
that.
I learned that Buffy the Vampire Slayer is pretty satisfying show.
Oh.
Check out Cordelia. She's pretty cute and she's very funny too. She makes jokes about her.
So it's the one with the 3 sisters.
No, that's Three Sisters. That's the show called Three Sisters.
I think
That's Golden
still-
Girls,
I
dude.
think you're still thinking of fucking
Bewitched.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Bewitched is a different. That's a movie.
Okay, hold on. What's the one with the 3 witches that are sisters?
Coven. You're watching Coven right now. That is American Horror Story.
I am, but it's different.
Just said her sisters. I think that is Bewitched.
No, that's Tamara.
Buffy the
Twitches.
Teenage
That's the Twitches with Tia, and Tamara.
Oh my god.
The
No,
twins.
that's sister.
Let us know
Good
in the
show.
comments
No, it's
how wrong we are.
Twitches. It's a movie where they play witches, where they're teenagers or tweens.
What
No,
did
they're
you
twins.
learn?
That's why they call
What
it
did you learn, Paul?
Nothing.
You didn't
Kinda
learn
like as a-
anything about howler monkeys. You didn't learn anything about Jamaica. I mean,
Well, I
come
can't
on,
trust
dude.
a teacher who's so unsure of himself. If
Well,
one
I'm only
student
so
calls out
unsure because
against
this
you-
one student I have is such an asshole all the time.
Every time I say
Such
something,
a
the one
dick.
student just goes,
Wrong.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, well, I got a fucking jerk, a useless person, and a fucking whatever fool as a student.
"Oh yeah, what am I? I'm definitely the fool, I guess, today because
yes.
I didn't believe you about anything you said."
Eey, close to jerk. You're close. You're skirting the jerk line.
Oh, I do want to apologize to Johnny for stealing the mic from him while he was talking about The Last of Us. But I had the idea of The Last of Us and I thought about The Last of Us.
I was done talking anyways. You
That
have
is one
nothing
big
to
pile of shit.
apologize for. It was a good
I
day.
take it back then?
Oh.
I'm happy. Is it weird if I take it back? Because you say you got nothing to apologize for, but
I appreciate
it's
the
still
sentiment.
like the sentiment, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll leave the sentiment out there.
Good to say sorry.
Thank you for the sentiment. Yes.
I give you sentiment. Instead of saying sorry, I'm just gonna say.
You know what?
"Here's some
That sounds
sentiment."
completely fucking trill to me, dude.
Oh yeah, that
pretty
is
true.
actually pretty completely trill.
Now, what about
take
you,
the
Zach? What'd you
PC
learn besides
team.
howler monkeys and how loud they yell?
And Jamaican.
I
flags or
learned that when it comes to going and hanging out with men,
Man.
whatever. Why'd you say it like that?
Yeah, I thought they were males.
when I'm hanging out with a guy at a
It's much
restaurant
better. It's much better. Yes.
and he's like, dude, you should give your number. You should try and give your number. I should
Give your
just stick
number?
to what I really believe in my head, which is like the person was very attractive and it's cool to give your number out. But before I did, I was like in the bathroom, not
Trying to
jerking
psych
off.
yourself up.
Not masturbating.
Not.
I'm glad you.
You
No,
were
but I was in
jerking
there
off.
thinking, I was like, I guess I could give her my number. And then I was like, but that would mean I would have to like go on a
Be that guy.
date.
Mhm.
You thought it was.
I was
gonna
like
work?
thinking like
I don't
I was
know
thinking
if
about
that
how much I
necessarily
dreaded.
meant that.
I had fun hanging out once I was there, but I was thinking about how much I dreaded having to go out after work, and then I was like, I'm gonna have to do that again if I potentially this goes well with this person. Then I'm gonna have to text them and then like hang out.
So
And
can
I should have just
actually
not
real
done that.
quick?
I got lucky that she didn't ever find my Instagram.
I have one question, just because I don't want to humiliate you or anything, but
Yeah, you do. Let's go.
I like the setup. I like where
I
this
love
is
this.
going.
So did you write your number down to hand to her, or did you just ask if you could give her your number?
I just asked if I could give it to her.
Okay, good, because I thought it'd be so funny if you'd written it down and you handed
I
her.
had it
she
written
goes- She
down.
goes, I don't take people's numbers, and then you had to take your own number back. And,
I had it written
put it in your
down,
pocket. Okay.
but I didn't have it in my hand. Like, do you
Okay.
take numbers, miss?
Milady.
You take numbers, my lady?
How'd you feel if I gave you my number?
My digits, perchance?
It was probably about as douchey as that, but I didn't have it in my hand.
That's good. You saved a lot of face with.
I
not
did learn
having
that my friend who I went and hung out with, who was encouraging me to give the number, I learned at some point that he was really only encouraging me because he was like, not only, but he was like, there is a chance that things don't work with y'all.
What? Us three
And I
here?
could slide in there.
Trying to get
I'm like,
that
oh, so you just want me to get her number
sloppy second.
so that you can meet her through me.
That is a hell
That's
of a long
sly,
game.
bro. That's why I didn't say this guy's name, because, dude, that is pretty good idea. If anybody wants to go
That
get
is a
some
good
hot
idea.
chick's
But-
number,
yeah, that's
I'll
But
use
full
that.
in
proof
reality,
right
it didn't.
Didn't work because she
Yeah,
she wasn't interested in me. What if they're having
Yeah.
sex right now? Oh my
Oh,
god.
jeez.
What if
I'm
he
gonna-
went up to her? He went up to her afterwards, and he's like,
guy didn't bother
my,
you, did he?
Did my friend try to give you his number? Because I was trying to
He
warn him
does
against
this
that.
all the fucking time. I told him not to.
God, he's so embarrassing. I am so sorry. Can I like buy you a drink or something to make
Do you
up
want
for
me to
him?
buy yeah?
And what labels do we have left? What labels do we have left for you, Zach? Z-Doink. We got-
Labels? Gay,
yeah, we-
stupid, ugly,
Yes,
fat,
I know.
piece of
We
shit,
know the
tiny
Hold
penis,
on, I actually know which one.
self-hatred, useless.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Actually, I don't think we have it anymore, do we? It's
Yeah.
not there. Damn it.
Where's your
You're
fucking
ugly,
labels?
you're
big pile of shit.
disgusting. I hate you. I'll kill you.
Oh yes.
Yes.
not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brain.
Anyway, yeah, you could call me the fool, maybe, or
Fool in love.
Yeah.
not in love.
Well, you tried. You put your. You tried. You tried again, and that is a good thing.
Yes. And
I have been-
I learned.
Go ahead. What did you learn, Johnny? Were you waiting on us to ask something or something? Or
I learned that if you're gonna fucking adapt a story from one medium to another, you should probably, avoid taking liberties unless you have it really planned out and really thought out and you think it's gonna play out well. in the
That's
story.
appropriate.
You really shouldn't be changing characters' entire motivations and their whole ideas behind doing certain actions and flipping them around. It's probably a really bad idea. So that's what I learned this week. Last of Us 2,
good lesson.
Warner Brothers, S.M.I.D.
I got one last thing I learned.
Very good. Are you the jerk then, Johnny?
Yeah, call
or
me a
you- sorry, go ahead.
Call
Yeah,
me a jerk. I didn't really do anything particularly jerkish
No, you're actually
on
very
this
kind and
podcast,
nice.
but
But
outside of
think
it,
you were a jerk.
I've been a huge asshole.
Yeah. Did you merge without turning your signal on at all this week, or
Yeah, a couple
you
times.
did.
Yeah, for sure.
fuck you?
And Zach has
Okay.
one last thing he learned.
One final thing. What is he looking at? And he's
There's a
distracted.
cat outside looking like. I hope that guy isn't just somewhere near talking about me. I guess y'all are both fools or useless or just assholes because you never mentioned my green mic cover.
Oh,
All right, y'all.
damn.
439-6668. Call us.
530.
You know what's fucked up, Zach?
420.
Is I didn't notice it.
Six-
I
I
thought
it
it.
was
I just thought it
439.
was old. Fuck. You had blue
Old?
last time.
Yeah,
And
you
red.
no, it was gray, I think, and you were like
I'm
blue or
colorblind.
Apparent.
Beautiful,
Apparently
beautiful.
Alrighty.
No, it's
All right,
okay.
don't forget
Everybody
to
for
follow us
listening.
on our socials.
That's
Zach,
appropriate.
God, who
Zach can
the
be found
hell
on Instagram
cares?
at Cold Cheddar Cheese. You can follow
my
us,
stories.
our podcast, on Instagram at Lords of Doinktown. Follow our YouTube, we're Doinktown on YouTube.
They're on the YouTube right now. They don't.
Watch
What happened to you?
Polly's YouTube. What is it? POLS. Paul's videos. Zach's
Yes.
Like
YouTube
and
is
subscribe.
ZM Johnston. My personal
Was it-
YouTube is John Michael Hell. Oh.
Yes.
Embarrassing.
Give me
Love you.
$200.
Yes.
Get out there, slap your grandma's titties.
Where's your fucking
Ask
balls?
a girl for her phone number.
have one
Write
big
it
pile of
down
shit.
and leave it for her in a
Where's your
bathroom
fucking
stall.
balls?
And
Well,
Paul, I
indeed.
believe you promised to tell everybody how to tie a perfect knot. So let's see it.
That's appropriate.
He's looking for a string.
Alright, fuck.
Houston, we have a problem. Let's go, bitch.
Okay. He's got a
Oh,
he's
he's
got
got a
a
string.
cord.
He's got a cord. It's a USB, some type. Oh, he's doing a little knot.
Did it.
Wait,
That's
you
not-
see? You see?
Oh, he's not tightening it.
Bring it around, back through.
Double
Oh,
knot.
It's called a double knot. Yeah, nothing
Then-
too fancy.
Then
maniac.
Okay.
this charger's gonna be worthless after this.
Triple knot.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for the
Very
lesson.
advanced stuff right
yes.
there. Completely unbreakable.
If you do that,
Give me
if you
$200.
tie a knot like that, they can never get loose. I mean, they can never. I mean, you can hold something tight forever. So
That's appropriate.
I learned more
Thank you for
about
listening.
ropes watching Jaws. Like, what the hell was
Wrong.
that?
Oh,
Are you
oh my
fucking being a
god!
jerk right now?
Oh god, there it is. I did it.
I
got
saw the
joke
worst
in.
video I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. We love you. Check us here out
I'm
here
not
next
gonna
week.
end it
Sorry
on
we
that
missed
note.
last week. Except
Yes.
I'm not sorry, but we had a lot of shit going on.
I mean,
we're
hey,
slapping
you know,
grandma's titties
we
out here.
like celebrating holidays as much as the next guys, so.
I was sad.
You know,
Yeah.
send us some money.
And
I'll
anxious.
send me a private message on the YouTube or the Instagram. Actually,
DM.
send me a private message on the Instagram, giving me lots of money, and we will never miss an episode again.
Y'all want to see me bring a spider back to life?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. We got some
close up,
extra, a
'cause
little bonus. I
this
thought we
might
about
actually-
ended it, but here we go.
Yeah,
Zach's
we
gonna
did kind of end it.
resurrect a dead spider.
Okay. You got to do CPR, Zach. You got to blow into
Can
the
you get a
spider's
little
mouth.
closer to the camera?
Zach, this is really sad.
I'm pretty sure it's dead, Zach.
I think that spider's already too dead to be saved. I would go ahead and turn off before Zach starts crying because this
This is sad.
is gonna be rough. Okay, everybody.
I'll bury that little lady later. Sorry about that. I think
Yeah,
that
what
one's too dead to bring back to life.
So you just pet a dead spider.
It's a jumping spider, and it wasn't very jumpy, so
That poor girl.
yeah, I feel bad for that.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next week.
We love you.
Slap your grandma's titties.
No, wait. Oh
my God.
Grandpa's.
It's not working for me.
Screenshot?
Oh yeah, screenshot. Screenshot.
Pinch your granddad's chode. I meant
I forgot how to do a screenshot.
You're the one that taught me.
the gooch, the perineum.
Fuck. How do you do a screenshot? This is bad.
Screen button.
I got it. Wait, do it again. Wait, Johnny, take your headphones off. We'll cut all this out.
Where the fun don't stop. Johnny Polly Zach, yeah, we rising to the top. Ain't no limit to the joy that we bring. Tune in,
Perfect.
turn up, feel the
All right, everybody, we'll see you next week. Keep those dicks hard and those pussies wet. Love you. See you next week.
So it's been ended. It's been ended. It's ended.
Goodbye.
Oh.